Hey guys, Clumsy Dad here, back in the Vlogygon. We are taking no prisoners today. We're just moving ahead and getting things done. What are we talking about? We're talking about some things that we don't like in games. We could call them our pet peeves. Yes, that's right. Issues that come up, things in general we don't like. Style, mechanics, let's get right into it. Now this first one I'm calling Multiplicity of Cards. Maybe it's related to number 2 as well, because maybe it's just the fact that sometimes I want things straightforward. If you've got a game that has a stack of 200 cards and you're only getting through 10 or 15 a game, I mean, what's the point? I know it can add to replayability down the road, but I'm not into replaying a game 50 times in general. I just want some cards I can become familiar with and know how to use. Also, complications of the rules. I'm talking about, let's get a nice, elegant Euro with just a couple mechanics. I don't want to know all kinds of twists and turns and reboots and situations. That's just me. Alright, this one doesn't have a good label. It's called Action Desperation. Basically, it's having to wait for your turn. I'm into creative ideas in the new gaming market about, simultaneous action selection, people playing at the same time. Maybe you're bidding and then resolving it, moving, something like that. Something where you're all engaged and it keeps moving and not have to be waiting around the table for 3 or 4 other people to move. And social games. Again, not speaking to this out of a lot of experience. I have a little, but just a lot of these games I'm hearing about with this whole social cooperation, I don't know. It doesn't seem a good fit. Not that I'm hyper competitive. I'm not, but just the whole thing, and sometimes about having to figure out who's the spy or who's the traitor. I know I really won't want to be the traitor or have to lie in those situations, so just haven't warmed up to that really at all. Then we get into like a pure war game. Not a war gamer. I do admit, though, I have been interested more lately in historical games, classical period, whether it's Roman Empire, Mediterranean, Mesopotamia, different stuff like that in a historical setting. Yeah, but not a war gamer, and pure fantasy, not my thing either. I enjoy Tash Kalar, which has some of those fantasy images, dragons and monsters and so forth, what have you, but placed in a abstract kind of logical setting. Anyways, not a fantasy dude really. And just to wrap it up, some simple kind of points. There's a reason they make movies under 2 hours. Things get boring. It drags on. We lose focus. We're not professionals at this. At least I'm not. So I like my games briefer. And I talked about this before. The aesthetics. Please don't make me stare at something and try to focus on something that just doesn't look good. So those are the pet peeves for Clumsy Dad. Let me know your thoughts, what kind of ticks you off, what you could do without, or conversely, if you have some creative solutions about ways to resolve, even throw in things you really love, whatever. We'll keep it fresh. Thanks for joining me in the Vlogygon. Have a good night, guys.